What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Monday, January 6th. Now, in today's video, obviously we're going to be covering charting and analysis of Doge Bitcoin at the very end of the video, but there are three main topics I want to talk about in today's video. Number one, we're going to be talking about OKX. Number two, we're going to be talking about WallStreetBets. Recently, the founder has acquired Doge in his portfolio. Number three, we're going to be talking about Binance and their Hot Wallet, which has shown recent rune activity. I'm going to give you three different theories of what I think is going on with that specific wallet, and everything I'm sharing with you is just my opinion. So whatever you think, please, if you have a theory of what's going on, please leave a comment down below, both on X and on YouTube, on what your thoughts are. So before we begin, let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page and our X platform. And please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. Right now, Doge Bitcoin is hovering around a 720 million market cap, barely up 1%. It's actually been trading sideways for the past 7 days, but it is quite up significantly ever since its low, roughly around a 590 to 600 million market cap. So we're still quite a bit up. And this is obviously due to Bitcoin's price pumping as well. So right now we're up over 21% over those past 7 days. So the reason every altcoin and meme coin is rallying right now is because Bitcoin went from around 93,000 to roughly around 103,000 just within the span of 24 hours. But before we even get to any of those Bitcoin news, let's talk about what's going on in the atmosphere of Doge Bitcoin. So now, just last Friday, the president of OKX followed me, and you do know already that on my X account, all I talk about is Doge. So the OKX president follows me, but also not too long ago, we also had the CEO of OKX follow me. Now, the reason I'm paying attention to this is because I don't have any presidents or CEOs of Kraken, of KuCoin, of Coinbase, of Binance, not even HTX. It's mainly been OKX. Now, if you don't know, OKX has over 50 million users across the world. And that's just like what they report on their documents. They also have a huge audience in Asia. So what I'm actually starting to see is that they're starting to pay attention to the Doge army, because they've listed BRC20 tokens. They've listed one rune token, which is the RSIC token. And maybe they're kind of garnering some type of, feel of what the Doge army is. And I think they are paying attention. I mean, if you look at their decentralized wallet, which is the OKX wallet, you can see that they've integrated 5 different inscription standards, such as Ordinals, runes, atomicals, BRC20s, stamps. They've had a ton of new wallets, roughly around 82 million new wallets on that specific decentralized wallet. So to me, because they're seeing a lot of revenue using the decentralized wallet, maybe things are about to be off-chain, aka on-chain, not so much centralized. Because you're seeing what's happening with the Magic Eden wallet and their Magic Eden decentralized marketplace, and now you're seeing it happen with OKX wallet and their decentralized marketplace for runes. Maybe the future is not a tier 1 centralized exchange, but maybe we're going to see more massive adoption when everything's decentralized. Because if you think about it, nobody likes to leave their Bitcoin on a centralized exchange, yet Bitcoin's shooting to new all-time highs, and now people are starting to take custody of their own ownership of Bitcoin. Maybe what we're seeing here is that maybe these centralized exchange listings may not be the catalyst. Maybe the catalyst is already happening right now as we speak. Maybe everything is on-chain and decentralized, and that everything's veering away from centralized exchanges. But this is just my perspective, because we're seeing a lot of revenue for these companies on these decentralized wallet platforms. Now, in other news, I just want to remind everybody that just recently, when I was speaking with Grok, which is the AI tool within Twitter, or aka X, apparently there's around 103 posts per minute from the Doge army. So that's pretty crazy. This number has been fluctuating quite a bit, but that's just what the statistics of Grok say. That just goes to show how organic, and most importantly, how present and strong this community is around the world. Now, let's talk about WallStreetBets, because back on January 3rd, which I think was last Friday, WallStreetBets, out of nowhere, this is from their official account, from Jamie, the founder, he ended up just typing the ticker Doge. Now, this specific post has over 300,000 impressions really quickly since then. So it's one of the strongest community engagements I've seen so far. And then out of nowhere, Jamie, the founder of WallStreetBets, says he's a proud Doge holder and believer. So he's a holder of Doge, and this is really important. And why is that? Now, if you don't know about WallStreetBets, they were part of the whole Roaring Kitty, aka AMC, and GameStop movement, right? So they demonstrated how retail traders united through platforms like Reddit and social media that could counteract hedge funds by leveraging collective buying power. This action flipped the script, allowing retail investors to profit rather than serve as exit liquidity for institutional, aka hedge fund players. Now, this is why it falls really well with Dog. Because Dog almost follows the exact same narrative, which is run by the people, it's a grassroots movement, is trying to overthrow an establishment such as the centralized exchange that are asking for listing fees such as Binance, HTX, and so forth, so on. There are many different ones out there just completely not following the rules. Well, Dog is like AMC and GameStop, right? Where that specific ticker is representative over a narrative or message based on a community saying, we're done being your exit liquidity. Now we want to be the people that want to fight against those powerful entities. And this is why you're seeing like WallStreetBets, by the way, which has been in movies made about Roaring Kitty, is so important. So this is why I'm saying pay attention to Dog, because now Dog is becoming the new AMC and GameStop. But this isn't just the most exciting thing about the video. Let's talk about Binance. So just as of yesterday, I started noticing something regarding one of their top 4 wallets that they've shared publicly with their transparency rules, right? So this is what I've seen in their 4th wallet. Now their 4th wallet roughly has over $2 billion. Now you can see this on the specific post on my Twitter page. So what we have here is Arkham, right? So Arkham allows people to trace the addresses and actions and activity within that specific wallet, inflows and outflows, but also Genie data, which more primarily focuses on runes. Now, this is the hot wallet address from one of those 4 wallets. So let's talk about all of it in this specific video, because we just saw that Dog of the Moon recently received an airdrop of around 15,000 Dog tokens. But listen, that's not a lot, but there's more to it than just that. Now, what I noticed that shortly after that airdrop happened, it was then transferred just an hour later, outflowing to a different wallet. And that wallet roughly had around 20,000 US dollars. Now, why is this important? Okay, so we got to go to that specific page, right? This is the Binance blog that says our commitment to transparency. So this was around basically October 9th of 2023, during the time where people needed to show proof of reserves because we had FTX crash. And when FTX crashed, people were thinking, oh no, like basically every centralized exchange has to show proof of reserves, that they're just not manipulating the market, manipulating the price, and becoming the next FTX. So this specific article was posted on October 9, 2023. Then they share their top 4 Bitcoin wallets. Okay, these are both hot and cold storage wallets. Now, I studied the first 3 wallets, right? Basically the first 2 are not really that active. Some of them have rune activity, but it's not really that much, right? Some of them only have 4 pages, and some of them do have runes, but it's not that active. And then there's the third one that's a little bit more active, but it to me doesn't have as much activity. Now, what you need to know is that this wallet is a hot wallet, okay? It's not some cold storage wallet. So let's go and go over into the study of the specific wallet. Now, this is it right here on Genie data. And as you can see, it only has $2,000 roughly of runes, and it has a ton of ordinals. Well, that's not the main point. So when I've been looking at the recent activity happening with this specific wallet, now pay attention to this. It has over 5,000 pages of rune activity, okay? Rune and ordinal activity. This is kind of crazy. Now, when I'm paying attention to this, that means that this wallet is pretty much active, right? Now, here are 3 different theories that I have. Number 1, which is a theory that many people have shared, right? And let me know your thoughts down below. Number 1 is this specific hot wallet testing runes, basically testing the model of runes, seeing how it works back and forth between different wallets, just so before it lists it for either futures or spot trading, right? So that's possibly, scenario number 1. And then there's scenario number 2, which is a little bit wild, which is that maybe this hot wallet that is public is basically run by a specific person to basically get as much information as possible about runes and is trading on runes on behalf of Binance. So that's my second theory. But listen, let's just ignore those 2 theories. Let's pay attention to my third theory. And basically my third theory is, let's discount those first 2 theories, right? Maybe it's too crazy to think that maybe Binance is testing this and maybe preparing for a future listing for spot. And then the second, which is somebody's, wash trading, or maybe just trying to trade on behalf of Binance to test out runes, okay? So just ignore those 2. What if it's the third one? And that third one is Perhaps this Binance wallet is actually acting as an intermediary. So basically, since this wallet is just a hot wallet, maybe it's serving as something to hold people's custody. So basically, it's serving as like a bank, or it's serving as a centralized exchange. So basically, it's serving on behalf of holding funds for people, just so that those people can trade out of that. But what I've been paying attention to is that the specific transactions I've seen with Dog Go to the Moon Save, for instance, has been trades between Binance and some mysterious wallets, a Binance to another Binance wallet. I've seen it interact with Binance to a Bybit wallet. I've seen it interact from Binance to an HTX wallet. I've seen this. It's a ton of information. But why is this really important? Well, my theory is basically, if people have been wondering if the Binance Hot Wallet has integration with runes in it, this could be that proof that Binance does have the power to integrate runes protocol in their actual system, if that makes any sense. So does that mean there's going to be a spot listing very soon? Maybe not, because again, Binance is a very powerful entity. They want money, from what I'm saying. Maybe they want to get that spot listing fee, but literally it could be any of those three things. It could be number one, they're just testing it out. Number two, someone's trading on behalf of Binance to also test it out, but also to get ready for runes. But also number three, it's not those two, and all of a sudden it's just an intermediary and Binance doesn't even know about it, but the technology's there. So there's proof in the pudding that right now runes protocol is ready for that full-on adoption and is ready for Binance because Binance has already integrated it, right? They just don't know about it, or maybe they do know about it. So these are just my theories. Let me know your comments down below. Now, in terms of charting analysis, we saw the RSI take a nice little pump and then take a nice little retracement. That's completely normal. In terms of the MACD, we're actually now shifting to the buyer's market, very early stages. Look at this little pullback that we're seeing on the daily time frame. Right now it's hovering above a 700 million mark cap, still forming the handle pattern. So this is still intact. Right now, I definitely think that we could hit 115% gain, which is less than this pump right over here. That 150% gain would roughly take us around a $1.2 billion mark cap. The Fibonacci retracement is telling us that we're going to hit a $1.5 billion market cap. So this right now is very healthy, but let me just remind everybody that we've seen two double bottoms right here, and then we saw a top, the head right over here. So the reason I bring this up is because people thought this was a head and shoulders, right? So this is the shoulder, this is the head, and this is the shoulder, and people thought we're going to go back down. It didn't. We actually pumped right back up. But then we're seeing that exact same thing again, where we're seeing a shoulder, head, shoulder. So I definitely think that maybe in my personal opinion, we don't know what's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised if this actually took a major retracement back down. Yes, you heard me right. I mean, that would just kind of fool everybody to sell their bags. I mean, personally, if I were a whale and a manipulator, I would want people to sell their bags as much as possible. So that would go down to a price at around 600 million market cap. Yes, that's how far it would actually go as a support level, even if Bitcoin goes in a bull market. But the reason I share that with you is because that's an opportunity to dollar cost average, because you already know all the data and analytics around Dog, you know the principles and fundamentals about Dog. This definitely could be a fake out and then pump to the upside, because right now it's looking like it wants to go up and up and up past the $1 billion mark. Come on, we touched 999 million here and 950 million here. This is a major resistance level, which is $1 billion. And there are big, powerful forces that don't want that price to go above $1 billion for a reason. This is not a coincidence. So as a conclusion and statement, you've heard my theories around OKX, WallStreetBets, and also Binance. But really, ultimately, these are just my opinions. And so you need to let me know your comments down below, your theories, and if you can actually study that Binance Hot Wallet for me and basically do your own data and analytics and share with me in the comments on both X and on YouTube, it'd be very helpful for everybody else, because again, these are just my theories. So let me know your thoughts down below, and I cannot wait to read them. So as always, be sure to smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page and our X platform to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Dog Bitcoin. Till then, see you guys and girls next time.